Hello, I'm Jerry, and welcome to my channel. I call it JC Seiji, and to a video at last. It's been a long dry spell. I have been trying to do a video, but I've been so busy doing things. Well, I've had to make some major changes in some things, and in the process, it loosened up some time for me. So I'm now I'm now in between doing chores. I just got this is like well, 5:45 p.m. On Tuesday, April 19, Tuesday after our Easter Sunday, and so I figured, well, now I feel like I might have the time to do this. I got everything basically under control that I have to deal with, and so I wanted to do something. And I didn't know what to do. But in the process yesterday, I was cleaning, and I had a whole pile of papers I had to go through. Let me show you what this is only some of them. A whole pile of papers I had to go through, and these have been around for like 5 or 10 years. Sort through those and destroy them or keep them or whatever. But in the process, with those papers, I found this thing, a binder, a narrow binder. I said, oh, what's this? And this is how I start. When I got started in this field of interest of essay figures and stuff like that, I started with trading cards. Let's see. Do I have that here? Well, I'll show you. I think I did a video on this before, but what got me started entirely on all this, was this. Keith Parkinson. That card. I saw that card. I was, so I don't know where I saw it. I can't remember when I first saw it. So when I saw that, that was it. I said, wow, that is fantastic art. I was into art, and so I saw it fall down. Anyway, and I went looking for it. Eventually, I found it up in the town 32 miles north of here called San Luis Obispo. And when he would buy the set, and said, etc. And but in the process, I learned about collecting trading cards. There used to be a place down here about 8 blocks away from me, and it was like a comic book shop, and inside was a guy had a bunch of trading cards he was selling. And of course, it went under, nice and soon, the 1990s. 1990, it eventually went under. In fact, every card shop in this town, there were at one time at least 5, and they all failed, every one. I think there's one out in the south, but they're selling more than just trading cards. They're selling all kinds of other stuff too. So that may still be around, but I'm not too sure they're selling cards. Anyhow, so I came up with this. Since I learned accounting. One of the things in accounting we used to use was binders to put our paperwork in. This is a narrow binder, and I said, well, I got my 9 paint card sheets, and it's fine. And this binder has a label, a thing where you put a label, and this label says Elmore. Now this is a very special set to me. It was a hard set to collect, and I didn't get a whole set. And the art was one of the most in-demand card projects at the time. And so what I'm going to do is I don't know how many pages, let me count. I have actual the cards are, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess it's 9. Right. Anyone? There's 9. Like 9, maybe 10. 10 pages. Uh, uh, oh, mostly filled with cards. Some have gaps and holes. And I might take I'll try and do this on a weekly basis, one page a week. In this video, I'll show you the first page I have here, and I presume right. Okay, they are in order, kind of. But before I do that, I think I'm going to make this video different, a little bit different. I'm going to show you a basic introduction on what on Larry Elmore. Now, if I can find a website for him, I'll have a link to it down there. But Larry Elmore is very famous, and if you aren't into cards but you enjoy art, you may want to consider looking at some of these, and maybe you can maybe you may have seen some of these at Prince at one time or another, but because he's been shown in a lot of different media. So anyhow, so when you first came out, what you generally do when you first come out and introduce like I was getting previews I started getting previews for buying comic books, and sometimes in previews or in some magazine I was starting to subscribe to different magazines like type Card Illustrated. I was buying those too. They would have inserts, and in those inserts were oversized promotional card sheet or whatever for whatever artist was involved, and they would come out really large card sheets. Let me show you the one that I found for Larry Elmore. It's this thing here. See, it's pretty large. Okay, so let me show you this. It says it's PG was a card producer. I don't remember what initials are for, but I can find out. Let's see, art of Larry Elmore, Dragon. On the other side is a sample of a card there. Card there. On the back, it goes into that's more of his art. Here's this. That's the art. Okay. What it says. So I'll let you read that. You can put it on hold and read this. Okay. There's that one. And then put this part here. Okay. Above there's another part here. Okay. And so that's promo number 11. So I don't know how many other cards there are like this around, but that's the one I got. Okay, and so when you buy the cards, they of course come in packs of this one set came out in 10 card packs. I don't recall the price of them, but at the time they're expensive, but for today's standards, they're pretty cheap. But here's for me, the packs are covered by something called wrapper, and to me, a wrapper is a part of the collection. So I always save a wrapper and keep with the cards. That's why my Spider has a sleeve where you put your other things in the on the first page they have a sleeve, maybe on the back page too. No, yeah, on the back page too they have a sleeve that you put. Don't say this. You pull it out and put it back in. Okay. So, but this is the wrapper for this set. The back of the wrapper. It's okay. It shows and barcode number 1964. So, copyright 1964, but these were done in 1984 and 1992, so in the early 90s when I got started collecting these things. But 1990, 1991. Okay, so that's the wrapper. Okay, and so, I'll go ahead. What time? How much time is it? 11 minutes. Okay, I'm going to limit it to that for this first effort to try and produce a video series on Larry Elmore, these cards. Now, if I can find them, I think they are what they call colossal cards. And he also are some of his work was done in, but I don't know. I have to find out. I don't know where those are at. And anyhow, until later, I hope you have enjoyed this introduction and to what I'm going to be trying to do with that. I don't know where else to start. So I think I figure that's a good start, and try and keep it simple and as brief as possible. So until later, enjoy collecting. Be safe out there. Be diligent of protecting yourself and your family from the virus. Use discretion, okay? Because in this day and age, people don't want to go back to normal, and there really isn't a normal right now that we can really go back to. It's a new normal, and a new normal is we have to learn how to protect ourselves because it seems like that's the only option we really have. So I want to make sure I put that in there because, you know, getting sick is no fun. But anyhow, be safe, and I'll see you next time. So until then, enjoy your hobby. Bye for now.